So medium format is something I have only dabbled in a few times. Love it or hate it, you can't deny that the results, especially for portraits, are stunning, but they're not cheap. So what if I told you there might be a way to get that look on a budget, in camera, and with digital? Let's go back to square one and I'll explain where this all began. So recently my partner and I have been shooting products and things for brands, and that has involved me being in front of the camera a lot more than I normally would be. It's been really fun and I will be sharing more about that on the channel down the track. We have been using a few different 35mm cameras to shoot these products and accessories and hitting up some pretty lush locations in the process. So we thought, why not bring along our brand new medium format camera, the Fuji GW690, otherwise known as the Texas Leica. I feel bad just kind of walking around shooting photos with this camera due to the size of it and how much each frame costs. But for portraits, I can definitely justify it, especially in picturesque locations like where we have been going lately. My partner is completely in love with this camera and wants to use it all the time, which I am not allowing him to because it is far too expensive. But I have to say the portraits from this are amazing. There is something about medium format depth of field that creates this kind of like 3D look. This can really make an image pop and stand out from other images, and a reason I think that it is used in portraiture and fashion genres so much. Totally great if you have the budget to work with those formats, but what if you just want to create really stunning work for your own portfolio that's impressive, or you just want to upload some bangers to IG? That was so Caleb. Enter the TTartisans 35mm f/0.95 lens that was recently sent to me to review on this channel. To be honest, when it arrived, I wasn't entirely sure what I would actually shoot or use this for, but learning a little bit more about the legendary Canon Dream lenses, I was excited to own a budget version of this and see what it could do. Dream lenses first came to my attention when my partner and I watched the movie Army of the Dead, which was shot with a Dream lens and was like the most bokeh film I've ever seen. It was just like every scene, bokeh, more bokeh. It was just the whole thing was just zombies and bokeh. After getting these first rolls back from the Texas Leica, it was kind of really bittersweet. We liked the photos so much, but we knew that we wouldn't be able to commit to using it purely because of cost. So looking to be resourceful, we thought, could we recreate this look with an ultra fast lens and our Fujifilm X-T4? I will let you decide as the images pop up what you think. Comment below, let me know. But I am pretty blown away by these photos. I have DM'd these to a couple of people and they are really surprised that they were taken on a cropped sensor. So there are a handful of budget Dream lenses available now, and when you research them, you consistently get people saying that when shot wide open, they are pretty soft. So I wasn't expecting the shots to be super sharp shot wide open, but a lot of them were. We did have quite a few images that were missing focus or out of focus, and not to throw shade on anyone who's been leaving these reviews, but I think what's happening is it is hard to nail focus on an ultra fast lens like this, and that's probably why it's looking soft, because when you did hit focus wide open, it was amazing. So I don't know, just saying. For example, zoomed in here on my eye is like crazy sharp. Like look how sharp that is. My partner said the ones that he did nail focus on, he zoomed in on the eye to check the focus beforehand, and he sort of took his time and was a little bit more diligent, resulting in hitting focus and a sharp image. So maybe the case here is you're just going to have to take your time a little bit. So as far as the lens itself goes, it's pretty small and compact, and I really like the design of the stripes around the edge. Seems kind of polarizing. Some people aren't into it, but I think it looks pretty cool. I also really like the screw top, it's real ASMR lens caps. Takes a little bit to get used to, but I have another TTartisans lens and I just really like that. It's crazy to think that that lens and camera combo, which is pretty compact, can produce results that are so sharp in comparison to something that is this big. So final verdict, can I get the same look with this budget Dream lens as I do with my Texas Leica? I don't think it's quite the same, but if you're posting on Instagram, I think you could definitely fool a lot of people. It was a super fun lens to use and really good to experiment with and challenge yourself with focusing at that shallow depth of field. But what do you guys think? Let me know below. I think the best use of this lens, if you are a film shooter or you're trying to replicate that medium format look, is using it as a way to gauge what is worth being shot on film. I am all for practicing on digital, especially with portraits, as you have someone else involved and there's a lot more going on. So you really want to nail it and get the whole thing right before you waste like $10 on a medium format frame. Kind of the same thing as shooting Polaroids back in the day as a way to test for the real thing. This would be a great little lens for anybody who is super into portraiture, and I think it's a great piece of kit to invest in for a pretty decent price. The lens is linked below if you want more details on it and where to find it. It kind of seems like a crime not to be printing when you shoot medium format, so I have uploaded this portrait to my print shop if you want to go over there and check it out. I think we will definitely be ordering one for ourselves. Come over and say hello on Instagram and tell me what you think of this lens and the portraits that we showed in today's video.